Good
the
evening,
tagline for his book.
my fearful friends, and welcome to another spine-tingling and also smooth edition of Blood from a Stone Noir. All right, let me adjust this thing because we have everybody here.
Also, sorry.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Great.
We're okay.
Wonderful. I'm so happy.
Got a
We've got
haircut.
kind of we've had a lot of fun guests around.
Looking
It's
tight.
been so awesome having Laura and having Pierce here. But sometimes it's nice to just have the core. No offense, but sometimes. Oh, speaking of the core, boy, some stuff happened last week.
You like the
But
core four, aka former New York Yankees baseball players Derek Jeter, Andy Pettitte, Jorge Posada, and Mariano Rivera.
I mean, if you want to, that's fine.
What are you talking about? Are these
It's a
words? Are these
baseball
human
fact,
ones?
baby.
Are
You
these
know,
human- I understand Derek Jeter. That one I'm familiar with. The rest,
I would love to get one of those gift packs. That's all I'm saying.
over
Bo
my head.
Jackson. Bo knows both.
Is this baseball?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. Are you talking about Bo Jackson right now?
No,
Bo
I'm talking
Jackson.
about Derek Jeter's gift
I-
pack.
No,
I'm talking about
Zane
Bo
is talking
Jackson.
about Bo Jackson. Do you remember
No,
when
no.
Bo Jackson was on a cartoon about like sports people who were superheroes?
Yes, and Michael Jordan and Wayne Gretzky was in it. Oh yeah, that was like All Stars or something like that. I love.
We are old. We are old. Anyway,
We're old.
hi everybody. So good to see you all here. This is usually a horror game, and it still is. Last week had a brief digression into a different kind of horror. A sort of psychosexual club called the Bad Dragon. We will address that in a moment, but before we do anything else, this is the penultimate opening of this calendar. Box 23.
Oh.
When I open this is the last time I will be doing so on this stream.
What that
Until
does
the...
mean- Sorry.
What's that?
Doesn't mean is that for this dragon one, the last one you're opening is on the dragon stream.
Ooh.
Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Also, though, they did just
Appropriate.
announce, you should check them out on the Black Oak Workshop. They announced, I don't know if they'll do a Kickstarter or just sell them, but I'm definitely backing the Kickstarter if they do, because I think they usually do these as a Kickstarter. But the new ones include Witch's Brew, where they're all like witch potion-y things, and
Oh, no.
a space adventure one, which would be kind of good
Philip,
for us.
did we just open up like a total addiction for you?
You did. And it is appreciated. Oh, fuck a duck in hell for friendship. First of all, okay, I got a blue, another diamond, a blue diamond.
Ooh.
Love it, happy. But you know, yeah, it's another coin. It's
Whoa.
another metal coin.
Oh, gold coin.
A dragon
Ow.
coin.
That was all in the
Awooga.
same one.
Treasure.
Yep, those are
Yeah.
both the same thing. All right, so one side, let's see if I can get this. One
Certainly
side
is
features a knight.
box.
Nice.
Ooh,
The other side features...
Today.
a dragon. That's very appropriate.
It
Nice,
says
a dragon.
Draconis Vici, which means I think would mean a dragon conquers. And the other side says...
I think it means a dragon saw, right?
Veni Vidi Vici. I think Vidi is
I know,
C
I'm
and
joking,
Vici.
I'm joking.
Oh, sorry. I didn't take Latin, so I was legitimately trying to
I'm
remember.
Veni Vidi Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered.
Yeah, but this one says Equus Vici, which means a horse.
Sorry, Dan. Did we step all over your thing?
Look, I'm having fun. I have fun with myself. I didn't mean to say it like that.
That
Do you?
multiple coins, y'all.
I
That's
think
so
you
exciting.
did. I
I'm
think
so
you
happy with those
did.
coins.
No.
Well,
I think you did.
we have one more of those to open. Super fun stuff. We'll do that on Sunday. I want to thank everybody for watching this channel. Yeah, you know, last week, as kind of a bit of a recap and apology, you know, I sometimes say things in these games, such as you look like you're a dancer at the Bad Dragon. And sometimes I say things, and though I'm like, it is a place, and I'll say, like, you can go there, I don't actually think anyone will. But I don't not think it to the point that I don't make a table ahead of time in case they do. So last week, in order to figure out, after just Jenny decided to leave feeling not safe around you all anymore, and after she actually did slap Dr. Soup in the face, Dr. Soup ran after her, and the rest of you decided to go to the Bad Dragon, thinking that maybe one of the dancers there might be able to tell you a little bit about Blunderland and where this study might be. Hattie, however, did not get into the car, so irritated at the prospect of Mikey, whom she is now gaga for, wanting to go watch these women dancing, she actually just swung her way off into the rain, rather than attend this place.
Drama.
Indeed. And, as that happened, some more 13s were rolled, as well as one more last week on Sunday in our Dragon game, because they are in a demi-plane of dread, so they are counted to the dread clock. Long story short, you guys are sitting at 12. It is raining hard. A dread storm this session is exceedingly likely. How likely?
I wish it wasn't.
I know.
Wish you wouldn't do that.
Well, I may not have the Dragon game ones count, but I don't really care. It's kind of fun. So Dr. Soup is not present this week, which means he does not advance in level. Mikey Santangelo and Hattie Ford, this is both of your third sessions. So neither of you, or this is both of your fourth sessions, so neither of you will be...
No leveling tonight.
No leveling for any of you either. However, both Igneous and Sister Mercy are now level 4.
Ooh.
Good for them. But we're going to open with, so basically that's the situation. Our group are trying to steal a phonograph record from Blunderland. Oh, long story short, at the place, they got some information. Let's just leave it at that. They went in.
That would suffice.
They went in. They didn't know anything. They walked out knowing some things.
We knew a lot more.
They know a lot more. Specifically, what is germane to the subject, they know where in the mansion the study is, and they have confirmed that the phonograph player is located within it. And they also know that Judge Blunder does seem to have a troll's ability to regenerate and regrow. Missing body parts, because things got dark. So we're going to do tonight's invocation. This is a real classic. A real classic, but it is from the book, not the movie. But I really do like this one. What did it matter where you lay once you were dead? In a dirty sump or in a marble tower on top of a high hill, you were dead. You were sleeping the big sleep. You were not bothered by things like that. Oil and water were the same as wind and air to you. You just slept the big sleep, not caring about the nastiness of how you died or where you fell. Me, I was part of the nastiness now. So, friends.
Morbid.
Morbid. What's that from? Anyone?
No.
It's not a hard one.
Mulholland Drive.
The
The
big,
big sleep.
There we go. For a second, I was like, yeah,
You
I was
said
like,
big-
Never
said
seen
the big
it.
sleep, it's from the big sleep. For a second, I was like, I mean, they might have even been listening, which is also
I've never seen it.
You know, that's one. I'm gonna go on a bit of a noir thing here, because I had a real period back circa like 2009, 2010, where I was just reading like I was reading all the Raymond Chandler, Dashiell Hammett, and lots of other stuff like that. I found the book of the Maltese Falcon to be very slight and dumb, and I thought the movie was great. And I found the book of The Big Sleep to be fantastic, and the movie kind of lame. And I just thought that was interesting. It's kind of like, this one was really more a movie thing. That's what, yeah. It's not really that interesting, but it's interesting to me. Cool.
No, it's good.
So, friends, we are actually going to begin with Hattie Ford. She has swung away into the rain. Her feelings for Mikey making her angry. This is what happens, well, when the Stone Man gets involved, passions often run high. However, Hattie, you swing around, also because I just did finally watch Spider-Man, because it's now available to rent, etc., etc. We're gonna have you Spider-Man your way, like, up onto a rooftop. To just sort of
Fantastic.
stand there in the rain.
Amidst the gargoyles.
Yeah, you're
Or the
you're crouched on a
gargoyles or
gargoyle.
weeping angels, which one?
Gargoyle.
Excellent.
Actually, especially appropriate for That's especially appropriate for the Stone Man's influence on you, because the gargoyle.
Oh yes, that
soldiers.
is appropriate.
So anyway, you sort of you perch on a gargoyle. But Hattie, you actually have you have pretty decent passive perception. I think you have a 14 or so. So I'll say that after a moment, you and because of your nature as a smoking one, you sense a little bit of smoke drifting your way from behind you, and kind of standing under an eave up here on the roof is this gentleman. He's just smoking a cigarette. He's got kind of like a leather fedora style hat, leather kind of like brown leather jacket. But he is probably the most good-looking man you've ever seen. Just like absolute matinee idol. Like maybe not the most attractive to Hattie man, but just like the most like perfectly put together, like eye lights drifting down from the city, like like rim light behind him, just like perfect looking guy.
He's on him if I weren't so torn over another.
And he kind of just is puffing on a cigarette, but he sort of kind of notices you noticing him up on this roof and just goes, "Penny for your thoughts?"
Thoughts cost more than a penny.
He pulls out a flask, unscrews it, takes a swig, looks at you for a second, kind of.
All right.
If you drink it, it's extremely strong. It basically tastes like moonshine. It'll put hair on your knuckles.
I like that in some parts of the world.
It's called poutine. Make it out of potatoes.
Would I have been familiar with this drink?
Oh, actually, yeah. Make a either nature or history roll, because you're an explorer type.
Explore. Okay. Which one is better? They're the same. All right. Just do history. 14.
You're familiar with it as a concept. You may have even tried it before. You may even be able to like identify it by taste or kind of have that familiarity, but you're not like hyper aware of exactly the regions it comes from or anything. He just sort of puffs away. Then he actually like pulls out his cigarette, a little pack of cigarettes, as if, did you want a cigarette?
Oh yes.
He'll offer
I
you
mean, I always
one.
have my own, but I'll take one from a gentleman if he's offered.
He pauses and says, "Well, yours are probably better than mine. You look like a nice lady, dolled up. Apart from you swinging your way onto a rooftop, I would expect you to be like 1,000 other sad, misguided women walking around this city." He lights the match on his thumb and lights the cigarette for you. The cigarette is bad.
Well, free is still better.
He looks at you for a second and goes, "That's the right idea." You seem torn. You seem upset.
Just this. It's so cliche, but it's a man.
Oh. He looks at you for a second. Someone you wish you weren't so drawn to, is that right?
Either I shouldn't be drawn to him, or he needs to get his head out of some floozy.
Well, hard thing for a fella to do while it's already in one. Listen.
You didn't say what you're doing up here.
I'm just waiting for the storm. I don't like these storms. It's gonna be another big one. Been a lot of them. A lot of them last night. I'm worried we're not done yet. I'm gonna level with you, sister. You're in a bad way. Those feelings you're feeling, They're not your own.
You mean they're not my own?
My guess. He would you have handed him his flask back, or are you
I'm holding on to it till he asks for it.
he thinks for a second, and then actually just puffs on his cigarette again. He goes, listen. You either read a book, looked at a painting, listened to a song, something happened, and you got a weird feeling deep down.
Isn't that what art's supposed to do to you?
Oh. I think art's really just a way for rich people to funnel money from one account to another. But, no. Not this art. This did something else. Let me make another guess. Song said something about, blood from a stone. Song said something about, something squeezing love out of your heart. Am I right so far?
I trust him.
Make an insight. No. Make an integrity roll.
Great. Because that's totally a great roll for me.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Something about this guy's very trustworthy. It's like the first person you've heard speak in sense. He kind of like steps out from under his eave a little bit, the rain now kind of like falling on his hat, and kind of gets a little closer to wherever you are. Do you want my help or not?
Yes.
All right. You might just want to go with this then. He puts a hand on your waist, kind of pulls you close to him.
Excuse me.
He just sort of smiles back. He says, "It's okay. You're excused."
I'm gonna grab my whip.
Mm-hmm. He just kind of, he like raises an eyebrow and says, "What's the best way to get over one guy?" Then he winks at you.
You think that's what's happening here? I'm going to turn around.
I want you to make a morality saving throw. I should say before you roll this, not that you would probably want to in context, if you want to choose to fail this, you can.
I mean, I already did because I rolled a 6 and I have a -2, so it's a 4.
Understood. You feel your feelings for Mikey disappear.
Oh, that's better.
He just kind of smiles at you. And he says, "Trouble is, you're going to have to put him somewhere."
That mean?
How do you still feel this love sickness on you? It's the same feeling you just had. He's kind of just smirking at you. Like, gotta pick somebody.
Well, that blows.
I mean, among other things, people get up to all sorts of stuff these days. You guys are standing really close in the rain here at this point.
Really?
It's just kind of, like brim to brim sort of situation.
And I suppose you have a suggestion.
I'm just trying to help you out.
Can I just make it be someone I'll never meet and never encounter, and then I'll never have to worry about it anymore?
Doesn't work like that. The Stone Man has a different way of doing things.
What do you know about the Stone Man?
A lot more than you do, sister.
What was your name?
Never gave one.
So you have no name.
I just sort of drift around here and there.
Hmm.
He just kind of stares at you, kind of this smug smirkness. It's kind of like a smug smirk on him. He's like, I mean, pick whoever you want. I'm just telling you I can help you out.
Well, I guess you're better than, I don't know, some random homeless man on the street.
I am a random homeless man. Even though
Spoiler!
he's sort of just standing there, still looking at you, still. And I mean, look, he's a good-looking dude, and the light's hitting him just right, and
What?
rolling thunder in the distance.
Got shit tasting cigarettes, though.
Indeed. He's fallen on hard times, but you can fix him.
Oh, yay.
I'll phrase it like this. You have a feeling that if you were to kiss him, you could, redirect your efforts. You could redirect your feelings. And he's standing there, with this, weird, smug confidence that makes you want to slap him, but also maybe kiss him.
Kiss
It's a
him?
weird thing. Yeah. Do you kiss him?
Can I kiss him and then slap him across the face?
It's so interesting. You go to kiss him, and as soon as you get close, he turns away and says, yeah, probably not tonight. And you are hit with this overwhelming sting of rejection. You take 14 points of psychic damage.
Oh, fuck.
And as tears well in your eyes, he turns back, smirks at you, and you feel that charm has completely disappeared from you. You no longer feel overwhelmed by a need. Told you I could help. He steps back. Oh, then he takes his flask out of your hand, takes a drink, and walks
Can
away
I
for a
slap him across the face?
yeah, you can make just like an unarmed strike to roll, just like yeah.
Just a strength roll?
Yeah.
Uh, 10.
He kind of just he does that. He just kind of slightly dodges that, not even as if it's no deal. Drinks his thing, but then he hands you back the flask, and he says, like I said, I'm actually a gentleman. I'd never kiss a charmed woman. If you're still interested, you can call out for me sometime, though. He kind of chuckles, but then he says, there is something you can do to make it up to me, though.
What?
His face gets really serious. He steps back towards you. That thing you're trying to steal from Blunderland. You gotta be the one to put your hands on it. You gotta do it soon. Otherwise it might move.
Move where?
Somewhere we won't be able to find it. Listen, I don't even want it. I just don't want him to have it. I want you to have it.
Why me?
I like you. You got moxie. He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a key. This'll get you in any door in the building. He kind of tucks it into a lapel pocket of your jacket or whatever. He's real familiar, kind of blow some smoke in your face. You can get it for me. You will get it for me, won't you?
I don't know what's in it for me, and I still don't even know your name.
And you're not going to. Do we need to shake on it?
I'll do favors for people whose names I don't know.
He looks at you again. This is a dick move of him. Roll another morality saving throw.
Oh, God.
He's trying to keep this in a different thing, but he's going to go a different direction here.
Eight. I am rolling shit tonight.
Please deduct 1 from your morality score.
God damn it. It's already so low.
I know. It's bad news. This game's got some stuff, and you're talking to the devil himself. But he sort of smiles as he kind of wanted you to just do this of your own whatever, but he decided instead he had to put this on you. So you suddenly feel an obligation to do what he said. You feel like this weight of debt to him just wash over you, and it's almost as crippling as the other one. Then he leans in real close to you.
Typical men always making women feel like they owe them something.
He leans in real close to you and says, "You can call me sir." And then he walks away into the rain. You're still holding his flask.
Everyone's reaction, or at least Lauren Dan's reaction. Well, this game is not for children. Not for children.
Hey, he's just trying to control you to get stuff. He's not trying to do anything sketchy. He's a gentleman. He's got a code.
Control you to get stuff.
Yeah, but just like material stuff. Not stuff. Anyway, you can call him sir, so that's what you are now obligated to call him.
As he walks away, I'll just go, "Okay, sir."
Yeah. And you can polish off that disgusting moonshine if you want to.
Polish off the disgusting moonshine. Actual fire whiskey.
Indeed. Hattie. We're just going to
Yes.
say, for sort of the sake of kind of time and space and everything, you wander around town as the rains continue. And you do actually eventually make your way over to the Bad Dragon, because you know that's where they went. And conveniently, as you walk up to it, you see them walking out. You see Mikey, who now you're no longer in love with, puking on the street. They're all covered in lobster, except for they all have like a dry spot like this, like where a bib would go. And they are hailing a taxi, although Whiskerina is talking to them all, and you actually see that she's now walking off in a different direction. And Whiskerina is just telling you guys, I have to see to some things at school, and she just kind of wanders off. But you now see Hattie kind of smoking up towards you, as you're waiting for a cab here in the rain.
You all look like you had some expensive fun.
Like, oh my gosh, Hattie. This is like. I don't want this to look. Like I said, I think you're great. I think you're a very good person.
Oh, get over yourself.
Okay, great. Fine. Glad that.
It was not any kind of emotional thing, if that is what is confusing between the two of you.
No. I had a moment of temporary insanity. It's done and gone now.
Well,
Anyway, we learned some information about where we want to go.
we also had a nice dinner, lobster dinner. It was
Like a
Did
brunch.
you get any of it in your mouths?
yeah,
Well,
and then some. It was pretty
we
messed up.
had to consume. You know, the consuming the body is something that I am quite familiar with. You know, being a nun. So in order.
Yeah, you nuns do get up to that kinky shit, don't you?
No. What is this kinky?
It's kind of what we did in there, like naughty, taboo, sexual, but
I was not sexual in there.
no.
I am still pure. I did not. I mean, the lobster was very. You know, I will pray for her, but
we ate a lobster for information.
yes, that is what happened.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
Oh,
I mean, that is what we're calling it these days.
Alright.
Excuse me. Let us leave this place for now. I feel like I need to wash my habit.
Yeah, look, we all gotta wash a lot of things. I need to go back to my place and take a shower. You all are welcome to clean up there if you like as well. We can. I don't know. What time of day is it now, Philip?
I mean, you guys went in there at it's 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's been a morning. Remember,
Yeah.
This was the morning shift. That was part of why.
Let's go back to my place. We can all clean up, and we can figure out. I guess tonight might be the night to make a move. I don't know. We can yeah. Let's go back to my place and figure out a steps from there. If that sounds good to everyone.
yes.
Unless, I mean, if you want to go back to your place and clean up and then meet me in mine.
I don't really have much of a place after, the little guys.
The little guys and the
I'll
spider
just come
guys.
to yours if you don't mind.
Well, in that case, you all can pretty easily get back to Mikey's. I will say, Hattie, as you ride, whatever sort of degree of what he was saying and the degree to which he's compelled you, you are fundamentally aware of the idea that you need to get to this phonograph, you need to put your hands on it, and you need to do it sooner than later.
We left it back at Mikey's place, right?
You guys have made it back to
Well, no, but I mean that's where we left it. Phonograph.
No, the phone. Oh, that's just the record. And
that's
Sister
the record.
Mercy still has that. It is the player itself. The phone.
Got it.
The record player is what you need to grab.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
No, certainly a thing that must be distinguished. Yes, because you already have a magic record. That's not the bad thing. The bad thing's the special player.
Okay. Got it.
So yes, as you all get back to Mikey's place, take the elevator up as you did last time. The rain is still kind of just cascading over the down. Even though it's 11 a.m., it looks like it's kind of late evening just because of the low light and the continued storm. It's been raining nonstop.
When we get there, I'd like to go back through the newspaper that I've already looked through for today, and see if there's anything. See if there are any little news bites about any events coming up tonight that Judge Blunder that might take Judge Blunder away from his place or might make more activity at Wonderland.
Well, in that case, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Damn it. That's a 10.
A 10.
You know why?
Why?
It's not the good number.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be a fun roll. Okay. Well, I'll do it as a D6. You don't see anything about parties or things that might take Judge Blunder away from Blunderland tonight. You are, however, fairly confident that he won't be there today, as he is currently presiding over a very sensationalized trial. There is a murder. A woman shot her husband and lover. And it's kind of attracted all the rags and everything, and it's kind of a real fun trial. And the judge is overseeing it. The prosecutors are basically trying to paint her as the real person who was sort of the real fallen woman who was actually cheating on her husband and trying to make all of these other claims. Her defense have taken the interesting tactic of simply saying, come on.
They seem to be working.
Yes. Go ahead and roll in. You've rolled kind of like a thing, so like you've seen that. I'll tell you what. Why don't you make an integrity roll on the story you've just read?
That's 16.
With a 16, I think you feel that Judge Blunder is probably frustrated that this woman doesn't seem to be connected to anyone who's, like, bribing him. So he, you know, like, he doesn't have a clear thing to do in this case, and it's kind of boring him. So yeah, that's what you've learned.
All right, well, you know, so I'll turn to everyone and say, look, we want to get cleaned up. We want to do this sooner rather than later. This is like something that could have, like, it seems like, yeah, I guess he won't be home today, so we want to worry about him. We just have to worry about the security.
I mean, are we gonna sneak in, or are we gonna have a reason to go in?
I mean, sneaking. I mean, I guess anyone here could have, like,
You're famous. I mean, maybe we could have a reason to go in there and set up the show, or you know, some type of heist or something. Like,
I understand music. I can be knowledgeable about that if people ask me questions.
I mean, I could, like, let's see, I could, try and tell them to, I don't know, like, we go to the door and be like, hey, yeah, I guess lie that I have a show tonight or something there. I don't know, like, there's a last minute thing. And that's too far-fetched. Look, I'm not stupid enough to try and think that will work.
But it might. You know, a private performance is not something uncommon for the royalty, or I do not know.
No. I mean, I've definitely played private shows there before, but, like, again, like, they, like, when you have, like, a household like that, you know, the whole thing's run very, like, it's a very tight ship kind of deal, right? Like whoever's running whoever's, like, in charge of, like, all the activities and events and everything, basically the party planner there, for lack of a better term, knows what's going on.
And I will sort of add that Sister Mercy and Igneous, if you cast your minds back to, like, the night before last, basically. No.
So 3 weeks ago.
No, literally just last night, I guess, technically speaking. Right? It all was one night, and then you got to Mikey's and, Jesus Christ. Yes. You do remember that last night, you recall he's kind of describing, like, the man who runs the house. You have this memory of that undead butler emptying a Tommy gun into Dr. Soup as you guys were running away. So that guy seems like someone who is on top of things.
Well,
and then for a brief
that
moment,
was
you're
a
like,
long time ago last
yeah,
night.
how the hell is Dr. Soup still alive? But these questions, who can answer them? In any case,
We need a different distraction.
Hattie, you feel like a little, like, just like heaviness in your little pocket in your lapel. You remember that handsome bastard who you decided to debase yourself and kiss, and he didn't kiss you and then made you call him sir.
Yeah,
Remember that guy from just a few minutes ago?
guy.
We do not shame women for choosing to kiss strange
Oh
men.
no,
Wait,
I'm not.
shaming.
No, I'm just pointing out what an absolute monster Sir is. It was just like,
Fair.
Go ahead, kiss me. I'm not kissing you. But Hattie, you remember that he put that key in your pocket and told you that it will open any door in the building.
Here I was going to suggest we set the whole thing on fire.
Also an option.
I think I have a way in.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, and like,
A master key. You know,
How'd you get one of those?
you know what I do for a living.
You don't rob houses.
No, but I find things.
What point in your line of work would, I mean, look, I'm not arguing, but what point in your line of work would you have had? I'm very pleased with this development, but I'm also like, when the heck would this have happened?
It's for me to know. I have my sources. I don't reveal them.
She was not with us for the entire lobster show. So
I mean,
you could find many
Was it a
things
show
in
or was
the
it
time.
dinner?
Oh, it was so many things that I'm very confused about.
Strictly speaking, it was breakfast, but
Well, I mean, also system that's implying that she still happened to find the key to the place that we want to go in this time frame, which like seems very unlikely. I'm sure you found this key some other time. You just happen to have it.
Senor, stranger things have happened. Specifically, what we just walked out of. So I can believe that she found the key.
Trust me.
Didn't we just get attacked by creatures coming out of a mirror? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say if we're gonna
you find a key that's suspicious? Come on now.
if we're gonna look, I was gonna say like if we're gonna rank the things that the three events we're talking about, you finding a key, us getting attacked for things out of a mirror, or like the debauchery we just witnessed and partook of at the Bad Dragon. I would say the debauchery of the Bad Dragon is the lowest of the weirdness. Maybe getting attacked out of a mirror is number one, right? But I think that I don't know. I've lived a long life here in Hysteles.
Well, either way, it sounds like we have a key.
Let's just say I
so-
got it off a high shelf, Mikey.
Okay.
Oh, that's a low blow there.
Aren't all blows low for
I
you?
go. I'm gonna go into my room and change and shower.
understood. Yes. So, those of you who are going to sort of clean up, you can all sort of do so at this time. But is anybody attempting to do anything else? Any other plans, thoughts, research, ideas? All sort of to
I mean,
sort
we
of
can always set the building on fire as a backup.
you seem to have the sort of the pieces of the puzzle. You know what it is you're trying to get. You know where in the building it is. You basically can, not from literally any spot, but like from many of the main points, you understand how to proceed to get the thing you're looking for. You apparently have a key that can open any door in the building. And you believe that the judge is out all day as he is hearing a trial.
I mean, here's the thing. I can turn someone invisible. So the question is, like, if we were to rate how sneaky we each are, like if we were to say like, okay, great, there's like, we're all gonna try and do something, right? And sometimes we're better, but sometimes we do really well at these things. But then we can like, some of us have like, if it's like some kind of like positive or negative number that you would, that can kind of like represent generally how good you are, that might make you more likely to do better at things. I'm like decent at sneaking. That's what I'm trying to say. Is anyone else here decent at sneaking?
yeah, not
Decent
not my
at it.
forte. But I mean, I'm game for whatever. I can take a hit. Let's just say that.
I mean, I think it should probably be me.
I can be very persuasive. I will say.
Which of us is the most obscured at all times, Mikey?
Yeah, but also like when you're running through when you're not in a cloud of smoke, it's pretty obvious when there's a smoking one around. What are you gonna do?
Not if they're all smoking.
You're gonna fumigate the whole house?
Like I said, we could always set it on fire. And
Well,
then the
either
smoke wouldn't
way-
be so suspicious.
Philip, I have a question.
Apparently, Hattie is a bit of a pyromaniac.
So we're all like,
I'm into it.
Learning that tonight.
so, we're all except for Hattie, like have been charmed by Just Jenny,
Yes.
like, and we're all like wanting to help her get this thing.
Yes.
Is there like, by virtue of the fact that like at least me and Sister Mercy and Igneous are all charmed by Just Jenny, do I like, I'm not consciously, but do I unconsciously like trust them to work together for this, or like how much do I trust everyone else in this room, or should, like?
That's a very good question. Go ahead and roll. I actually want you to roll an insight check and an integrity check.
Insight's a 19.
19. Okay, and then roll the integrity check.
No, it's 9.
9. You feel. Actually, Hattie, can you just give me a deception roll real quick? No, technically at advantage because this is face-based.
Okie dokie. We'll be taking the first roll. Deception. That is a 19.
That is the same roll that he had. So that means, Mikey, you cannot get a read on Hattie's motivations, but in a very in a way where you are aggressively aware. Neither of you have a +6 to those or anything, do you?
I wish.
+6 to what?
Deception.
No.
So, but basically, Mikey, I will say though, you sense active fancy footwork on her part, in terms of you definitely have a sense of something's going on with her, but you can't see any actual deception on it. The other two you trust completely. Just Jenny said she trusts them. She trusts them. Just Jenny's never said that about Hattie. So you can have a healthy about Hattie, but you have no real reason. And having rolled a 19, you feel pretty good about you don't have a reason to. You know she's up to something, but you don't know that it's yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, look. I think it would probably be better if we all do go in. At least more than one person goes in case something happens, right? We said that. Do we all want to go in, or do we want to do a half and half, or do we want to do one lookout outside or something, or just try and make it a quick hit and run?
But you can only make one person invisible.
Right. So then I don't make anyone invisible, so I can do other stuff.
I guess, maybe we should assess the situation. The closer we get, we can see what people are. How can we make this decision now?
Things change so rapidly here.
But I guess a little bit of planning is helpful. But maybe we got plan A, plan B, plan Z or something. I don't know.
What I hear you say is you want to go case the joint.
Sounds like a plan.
Case.
We're gonna go scout the perimeter.
Investigate, yeah.
Oh, thank you.
We're gonna go nearby and
These terms, I do not understand them very well.
We're gonna surreptitiously take a little look,
Okay.
Wonderful. Well, in that case, if it is your plan to go and, as they say, case the joint, how are you going to get to Blunderland? Your options would be to take a taxi, which is, of course, a form of conspicuousness. You could always get out at some point. Sister Mercy and Igneous went through the woods to sort of escape, if you recall. And I think Igneous, you actually led them through that, so I'll say you could similarly just attempt a survival check to lead everybody through that if you wanted. That would either require taking a taxi or, taking a taxi out kind of somewhere and then walking through woods in the rain and all that stuff, but certainly very doable. I guess you could also take the subway to the edge. Realistically, you guys are gonna have to take a taxi somewhere all of the way there. So I guess where do you want a taxi to drop you off? Is really the question.
Somewhere that's nearby, but isn't why the hell would these people be going there, right? Somewhere that's an actual location.
Okay. And are you going to approach from the front? Are you going to approach from the side entrance, which is where the delivery trucks come through? Mikey, you've been driven through that entrance before. Or are you going to come from the side that doesn't have any fences or roads on it, that is just the open into the forest with the mist very nearby? Igneous and Sister Mercy, that is where you escaped out of last time.
I mean, if you two made it that way, would you be comfortable going back that way?
I mean,
Do we think any of them have a specific tactical advantage?
Roll an investigation check, Hattie.
That is a 24.
nice.
I will tell you relative advantages, disadvantages. Front door, the advantage is there's no chance you'll get lost. The most direct approach. Mikey, have you and Igneous and Sister Mercy shared where in the house the study's located?
Yeah.
With everyone here. Okay, so basically, the most direct route to the room you're going through is through the front door. The disadvantage with it is you will be seen coming by anyone looking out the front of the house. Any groundskeepers, kind of like for the big, like, turnaround, it's got one of those big circle, fountain out front. It's that kind of place. If you come in from the side entrance, you are also sort of going to be similarly, like, sure of your arrival. You will be less observed, but they still probably are keeping some watch. I know that Igneous and Sister Mercy, you recall, there were a lot of, like, undead just kind of milling about out there loading trucks at the time. You also would have to pass through more of the house to get to where you're going. The third option would be going basically back to literally the stage door or one of the small just additional doors on the back. Because Mikey has performed here, he actually, I will say, you'll understand how to go from there to get to the study you're looking for, especially if you have a key that can open anything. That's not a problem. It will be the longest trip through the house, and but you think it will be the least chance of detection from the trees to the house, with the caveat that Igneous is pretty sure he can guide you through the trees to that exact spot. So, I mean, I guess if you've rolled a 24, I would say the last one seems like the safest. There's some risk in it, but it seems safest. But if you might feel differently about that information. Personally, I think the likelihood of you guys getting seen just walking up from either of the other sides is probably too high to make those great options.
Unless we just sent in one person and they were invisible.
Very true. How do you make an Arcana check?
Oh. 9.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Totally not suspicious at all.
I mean, I can lead us through the back. I mean, there's less likely that people are going to see us, at least as we're casing the joint, right?
Oh, but it's the most indirect. You may as well just make me invisible and send me on through the front.
Do I trust Hattie?
Why wouldn't you? We share an office, Igneous.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess go ahead and make an insight check.
Of the two of us, I'm the more tidy one.
It's at disadvantage, sorry.
At disadvantage?
Yeah, you can't see your face. She's tough to read.
18.
Do you have a +5? Do you have a +5 by any chance? Damn
Let's
it.
do.
Go ahead and roll another deception check.
So many rolls. 17.
Igneous, you feel like Hattie really wants to go in, maybe alone. You're sensing a repetition there. Her face is hard to read, but she's just said it a couple of times, so you've got a weird feeling.
I want to lean over to Mikey and just whisper, she wants this too much. I wouldn't let her go alone in there.
I just nod. Look.
Can I read his lips?
What is your passive go ahead and roll a perception check. That's fine, I guess. DC on this will be kind of high though, because he's a very they're very blocky.
Yeah,
so
no,
it's kinda
that's
hard
fine.
to-
It was 14. I was worth a try.
+1?
No, always worth a try. But yeah, you I'll say you get the sense that he just said something, and you can assume what it was, which was probably irritating, but you're not sure.
So, I mean,
Look, I think it's. We all want to. I think we should all go in together just in case we have to fight our way out.
that's it's usually how I like to roll.
Fair enough. Is Is that the decision of the group then?
Yes.
So
What I would love to do, if we're going to do this, I am proficient with the disguise kit. Because I am relatively well known around town, I would love to, I don't know, get like a wig or something and do some stuff. Like I'll definitely be dressing different, but do some stuff that will like make me not look like me.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. It's a charisma plus like who are you trying to? You just want to look like a different person, no one specific.
Not me. Yeah, just not
Understood. Me. Not super high DC on that. Go ahead and roll a it would be charisma plus proficiency bonus.
Well, great.
You've got all the equipment. You're in your house.
Come on. Let's say 15.
With a 15, Mikey looks like not in like a weird way, but like Mikey definitely does not look like Mikey. You know, just different hair color, much bigger beard. Different. He's even like changed his. What's that?
Beard plugs.
He's got like the beard. It's like the high quality kinds of fake beards, you know. And he's got he's probably also like maybe he put like little risers in his shoes, but he's also stooping a bit, so he's like looks very different shape, you know. Maybe patted the stomach a little bit out. So yeah, he really does look like a different dwarf.
Is there a high likelihood that Sister Mercy and I will be recognized as people who were just there last night?
I mean, I wasn't gonna say anything, but you guys were just there tied up last night, so maybe.
Would y'all like me to do a little number on you as well?
Maybe if I could get a mustache or something, like, I don't know.
Brick won't even grow. I don't mean to be insensitive, but do Brick won't even grow mustaches?
I mean,
I can.
we do it differently. Like,
I would know. I would know. All right, do you want me
Just
to
throw some moss on there.
Okay, I will say that Mikey, you do have the tools to do this here because you've probably done Brickface a couple times because it's back in the days when people were, but
hey.
But we don't have to talk about that. But
So just to be clear, Mikey's got a little bit of a belly and he's got a beard now.
I assume he always had a beard. Now he's got a bigger beard. Yeah.
Bigger beard and a little bit of a belly.
But Mikey, Mikey, go ahead, and the DC is going to be higher on Igneous, but go ahead and give me another makeup check, another disguise kit check.
That's a 9.
A 9. I will basically phrase this as you start on Igneous, and the nice thing about the Brickborn is it's easy to wipe it off. So you kind of you spend a little time on Igneous, and then you just pick up your rag and you're like, sorry, buddy. But if you want to try to, I'm sure you have dresses of some of the women who've come up to the penthouse here at the old Belvedere, so you could put Sister Mercy in Not a Habit, and you could do her up a little different if you wanted to.
I have something reasonable. It's not what you're wearing. I don't know if that's like a religious frock or whatnot.
I'm not even certain if. You know what? What do you have? Just as long as I am not recognized, I will wear whatever.
I mean, okay. Are you okay like wearing? I prefer something with like longer sleeves. I assume.
I will. If they cannot recognize me, I will wear whatever, and I will take off any head dressings and just.
I mean, even just having your hair out and about in a different dress will do wonders there.
Yeah. I will say, Mikey. Actually, wait, Mikey, have you seen her arm? Were you ever there when the arm was revealed?
I don't think so, actually.
Yeah. So you'll probably cut Sister Mercy. You're either going to want a dress with sleeves, or if he can bring you like gloves. Yeah. Then you're fine. If you got long gloves, you're fine. So yeah, Mikey. You can bring her any any sort of standard color of dress. I think you can bring.
Right.
But does he have any dresses that aren't indecent?
I will say I did only have one glove, so that brings up a good point. So I will say, whatever I wear, I do require 2 longer gloves because I only have one.
Reasons. I got gloves. I mean, I got plenty of kinds of gloves lying around.
Mikey, go ahead and just roll an investigation check through your clothing to sort of find the right thing. You also have an ample.
That's 6.
I'm
not max as bad.
He brings you like Sister Mercy, and I mean, it's also a part of a thing where he's looked through and you don't see other stuff. He basically brings you, like, it looks like a showgirl costume. You know, kind of like a, like total, like, backless, like, bustier, kind of, you know, it's like a little teddy almost, but then it has, like, way too crazy of, like, it's like one of those things where it's a skirt, but only on the side, so, like, the front and back don't have skirts, but there's, like, a skirt sticking at, yeah.
I'm going to hold it and turn to Hattie and say, is this acceptable to your time? Will this be something that is not noticed?
Fine.
Dios mío, forgive me for what I am about to wear. Just, okay.
It's okay.
Like,
It does have a matching set of gloves. So
Okay.
that's part of why, it's why his
will-
attention went to it.
Gloves.
Sister Mercy will go and put it on.
Perfect. There was like a beautiful, like Lauren Bacall looking, you know, Chanel thing in the closet next to it, but he just passed that right by. So Sister Mercy comes out looking like a showgirl. Are you going to wear the matching headband with the feathers?
He'll come out
I would
holding it.
I would personally not recommend that because we are going on like a kind of a stealth mission, and that's a little frou-frou, you know?
Oh, so this is not, what is it, frou-frou? This is not frou-frou?
It's what I had, you know? It's what I had lying around.
Okay.
Are you going to try to? Are you going to also try to disguise her face, Mikey, or are you just?
Like me too. I mean,
I'll say that she does look very different just than when
Right,
she's, you know, but.
If anyone has any questions, just, I guess we can say that I, as everyone assumed before, work at the Bad Dragon.
There you go.
You look nice.
well, if that's what you want to be rolling with, you do need some more makeup on there.
I do not
Maybe-
wear makeup. I do
I think
not
you
know
gotta conceptualize what your act might be as well, which goes. A
I will
little
not
deep.
be eaten. I will not rub myself in butter. I won't do it. That is not. No, what am
Doll,
I
it's
thinking?
just a little makeup.
I will. You can put it on. I do not know how to put on makeup. We don't have it over in
Michael
where I
fix you up. He knows what he's doing.
Berkshire.
Yeah.
Berkshire. We do not have it. You can put it on. I don't care. But I will not tell people that I swim in butter.
I'm gonna keep it simple. No. Actually, and this is the kind of stuff where swimming in butter is gonna actually make it fall off. So you don't want to be doing that.
Okay, can I just sing? Can I just be like a singer or something? Just something. Okay, no.
You could. Your name might be Puffy. You could be the cocktail waitress.
Puffy?
Puffy's also a smoking one. Actually, you know Puffy.
Oh.
I do.
All right, so I'll do make Sister Mercy.
Okay, go ahead and make another disguise roll. This one's not too high.
Damn it. It's a 14.
I love the idea that Hattie's here. See, Hattie doesn't know how to do makeup because Hattie's face is never visible.
Mm-hmm.
Hattie's just smoke all the time, you know.
I don't have to worry about it.
She might put it on for fun, but she never sees it. So Mikey actually does a thing, and with a 14,
I just naturally have a smoky eye.
I have a smoky eye, a smoky nose, a smoky wrist.
Smoky mouth.
Mikey, Sister Mercy looks like, she looks like a dancer. It's not the most professional makeup job anyone's ever had, but she looks like a dancer. Maybe she's been on a long shift or something, but yeah.
She's one of the daytime dancers.
Rude.
That's who they saw last time. They saw Phoenix Burns. They saw Thermidora the Lobster Woman.
Nice.
All right, so we're all set and ready to rumble.
Let's rumble.
All right. So the plan here is you're going to hail a cab, and you're going to You're going to go toward. You're gonna basically just get dropped off, kind of like at the edge of the woods, and Igneous will lead you through like a mile or so.
Yeah.
I will say, because this is a world where such things can't exist and everything, you guys can certainly grab a few umbrellas to carry to keep your makeup intact. We'll kind of just say that happens. You guys get in a car. You begin riding there. You do pass back by the Silver Screen Theater, where damage is still being assessed. There's a strange feeling as you pass by. You guys remembered the odd events of last night, those saucers in the sky. Harriet, you actually saw them twice. The others never saw them the first time. Oh, I guess, by the way, Sister Mercy, yeah, you do really suspect Hattie of having done something with your beloved S.A. Rawlings. We forgot all about that, but you do think that seeing this, you've been sort of distracted by everything this morning. But now it's just reminded her. But now you're just reminded of that, so there's suddenly this like negative sort of feeling there. Mikey, you, of course, your thoughts are you're definitely sort of thinking of old Violet the Vamp again. Igneous, you're thinking about Metamorphia. And as you sort of drive past sort of like the eastern part of town, Igneous, is that her? Across the street in the rain? Is that Metamorphia? Is she crossing the street right there? Like kind of like catty corner to where you guys are going?
I roll down the window. Metamorphia!
Just screaming into the rain. I guess make a performance check.
Metamorphia! That was a 9.
A 9. You're just you scream and like water just splashes into your face. Rain comes in. No one turns. The driver of this car is kind of like, what's going on?
Can we just go by that girl over there? I love her.
It's your dime. The driver turns onto a side street.
No, stop. We don't have time for this.
Okay.
But it's
the driver actually just gonna stop the car and be like, now there's horns honking behind. You guys are like at a corner. Driver's like, hey, come on.
Why are they honking at us?
I jump out of the car and run toward
Jesus
Understandable.
Igneous!
Igneous, you run towards Metamorphia, sprinting through the rain. You see her walking. You've
Metamorphia.
reached her. Mm-hmm. She's facing away. She started walking a little faster, actually.
Metamorphia. Metamorphia.
You've reached her. She has not turned around. She's moving quickly.
It's me, Igneous. I run up next to her and try to just get in front of her.
Understood. As you sort of like grab hold of her, turning her. It's not Metamorphia. It's just some other brickborn lady.
Oh.
And she's like, hands off, pal.
I'm sorry. I could have sworn you were somebody else. My deepest apologies.
She tries to swing her purse at you, but rolls a 2 and doesn't. Actually, her purse goes flying out of her hand, and she goes, "Ah, you jerk!" And she just runs over and starts picking up all her stuff.
I look around, just going like, "What the hell have I done?" And just sprint back to the cab.
You all sort of see that. As he's kind of moving his way back to the cab. Hattie, you're sort of sitting there. Do you think you're at a window, or do you think you're in the center?
The car?
Of the car, yeah. Like, are you in the front seat, back seat, at a window? Where do you think you are?
Oh, front seat.
You're up in the front. Cool. So you're kind of by the window there. You look out the window at Igneous running back to the car. And for a second, in the reflection, looking back at you, you see that man from the roof. And he just kind of smirks at you and goes, "You're welcome. That could have been you." Then kind of like almost like your eyes rack focus and you just see Igneous running again.
Guys, I'm sorry. I thought something came over. I thought it was Metamorphia. I love her. I'm so. Just
Understand.
forget about it.
I'm just giving
You're lovesick.
You shut up, you harlot.
What did I do to you, Sister Mercy?
You know what you did.
Where is this animosity coming from all of a sudden? I didn't do anything to you.
Oh yeah, you didn't do anything to me, but I'm sure you did something plenty to someone else.
And there's a
we will
long
know that
list.
our
You're gonna
mutual
have to be
friend.
more specific.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's just go. Let's go to the mansion. Igneous, I'm sorry that was
I think you're all very,
You know what,
very.
Smoke Lady, I will pray
Don't
for
give the
you.
driver no. You take it to the same spot we told you to. Don't pay attention to any of them. I'm gonna when we get rolling, I'm gonna tip him very nice and say this was just the most normal ride you ever had.
All right, yeah, whatever. Yeah, you just continue on. So now basically, Hattie, as you've been attacked seemingly out of nowhere by Sister Mercy, Igneous has now piled into the car next to Sister Mercy and Mikey in the back seats. And just he's like now just dripping wet. As you guys drive through town, you do in fact make it. Out of town, driving through the woods, in the distance, it's harder than usual with the rain falling so intensely. And this sense of mounting dread as you go deeper and deeper into the woods, which seem darker than they should for noon. Ordinarily, from here, you might even see those mists, Sister Mercy, the ones you are so connected to, the ones, Hattie, that you're so curious about, mists that you know very few people have ever traveled through. The driver sort of drops you off kind of on a little side road. Mikey, if you're tipping him generously, he will certainly express appreciation for that. And he'll be like, well, good luck in this weather, y'all. And he just kind of, drives away, and you see his lights recede in the rain, and now the four of you with little umbrellas overhead. Two of you disguised. One shivering in her, showgirl outfit. Mikey kind of stuffing the pillow up into his stomach to kind of, keep his new form. Igneous, you are going to try to lead them through the woods.
Are we sure we trust him to be leading? I still say we go through the front and I just go alone. I think the three of you have been compromised. You saw what he just did.
Yeah, that was for love, something very pure, but something about
Love makes you do stupid things, Igneous.
stupid is relative. I mean, what if it would have been her? Maybe we would have gotten married after that. But I made it out of this place through these woods unscathed, and I feel like I'm the best person to take us to the right spot here. So,
look, I can tell you that the front of the grounds are going to be crawling with, we'll call them guards, right? This is going to be the way to get in with attracting the least attention.
Why make me invisible? I think you're all being very unreasonable.
Oh, we're being
We're trying to work together as a unit. You're the one who's not trying to work together with us.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I'm used to operating alone.
or with a specific someone else.
Who are you talking about, Sister Mercy?
Growlings! I know what you did.
Do I remember what happened to him?
Oh, you totally, you really remember what happened to him as you were standing on a rooftop with him and a flying saucer came out and it was like, and you heard a very pretty sounding voice ask if you were interested in coming with them, and you were like, nah girl, but he was like, yes, and then you saw him get beamed up into it and it disappeared, and then you saw it flying overhead at the school, like a couple hours after that. Yeah, no, you remember that. It was a lot, and of course, obviously, these games happen so far apart, and who can remember any of this? Only me.
Have I told
the
Sister
summaries.
Mercy what happened?
My recollection of this is I don't know. I think you didn't think people would believe you that a flying saucer arrived, so you just told her he was gone.
Oh, okay.
Is that correct? I don't remember. I think that's what happened.
I don't remember.
Sure.
I think that sounds about right.
What you say goes.
You're lying.
Look, sister, I was spared you from this, but if you need to know, your man chased after some pretty girl.
There's
It wasn't
another.
me.
You know, he had the, well, he didn't have the, I am married to the Lord. He had the opportunity to pursue a nun who gets confused for a dancer at the Bad Dragon, and he chose to pursue some random. Okay, you know what? I am confused.
Sister Mercy, make a morality saving throw.
Oi.
Did you say oi? Did Sister Mercy say oi?
Yes.
Oi, Gewalt! Being a nun is so hard on my knees.
13.
Oh no.
You do it?
It's a 3.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right.
Here we go.
This is not good.
Sister Mercy,
See. Yes.
you scream. You scream louder and just more forcefully than anyone else can handle. You almost are like falling down to your knees as you start screaming. And then you start singing.
Oh, I won't.
You don't have to, but
Okay.
Sister Mercy
What
begins
am I
to
singing?
sing. This is actually complicated for me because I don't have this file open. Interesting to me. I think in this context, what would she sing? You sing. We'll go classic for this. No reason for me to. I'm
Well,
sure
if I knew
there's
it, I might.
a more fitting thing. But you start singing. Every now and then, I get a little bit lonely. And I dream you're coming around.
Hold on.
Every now and then, I get a little bit lonely, and you're never coming around. Every now and then, I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears. Every now and then, I get a little bit nervous that the best of all the years have gone by. Every now and then, I get a little bit terrified, and then I see the look in your eyes. And this is not a style of music any of you 3 natives of this place are familiar with. But Sister Mercy is singing this, like, out loud, intensely, just kind of out of nowhere. And Sister Mercy, as you're singing this, once you get to that part in the song, unseen but felt, shaking and shuddering, Harriet, you feel it instinctively in your own mist. Out of the mist that is probably only like 100 feet beyond, you kind of hear this faint, distant voice saying, "Turn around, bright eyes." And Sister Mercy sings, "Every now and then I fall apart.
I fall apart.
Turn
And I
around,
need you now."
bright eyes." Not the chorus yet. You go into another verse. Sister
where are
Mercy
we?
continues singing. So Sister Mercy, this is an important part though. Could you please go ahead, Mikey?
For the record, I am backing away.
Okay, cool.
Mikey is slowly exiting.
And I fall apart.
Mikey knows when to make a quick exit.
Understood. Mikey's like backing up. At the same time though, Mikey.
I know the power of
fuck.
I know the power of.
Actually, Mikey, you do, but actually they can feel that. Mikey, can you please roll me a morality saving throw?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Natural 1.
No.
Natural
Oh,
1. What does that get you to a -1?
A morality saving throw. That's just.
I thought he was gonna say 13. I was about to lose
Understood.
shit.
So then I actually need Mikey and Sister Mercy, now starting with verse 2.
Can I dream
Mikey-
of something wild?
Mikey, you hear this voice from the sort of like ether just going, "Turn around." And Mikey and Sister Mercy both
Turn around
begin
or turn
singing-
her round?
Turn around.
I
And
know.
Mikey and Sister Mercy both begin singing. I need both of you to please make a performance roll because you are both singers.
Yes.
I need you to
Boy.
both please sing, and basically you are singing, you're attempting this like incredibly beautiful harmony.
I rolled a 24.
Nat 20. Plus 7. 27.
So
I
basically,
don't know. That's probably bad.
Igneous and
everyone.
well, so we're actually gonna see about something here. Mikey and Sister Mercy, like Mikey's like backing away and then he can't. And like how do you see Mikey backing away and then he steps forward and Mikey begins singing with her as they're singing. Every now and then I get a little bit restless and I dream of something wild, but you've never heard such good harmony, and you both swear that the thunder is rolling in tempo to the song they're singing. Turn around from the ether. Every now and then I get a little bit helpless and I'm lying like a child in your arms. God damn it, I love this song. This continues as they're sort of, and you all are just backing away from them except Igneous. Once they get to, every now and then I get a little bit angry and I know I've got to get out and cry. Sister Mercy is weeping these tears. Mikey is like, honestly, the way he's walking is probably making his fake stomach fall out because he's like belting so seriously. And Igneous, you swear that like superimposed next to both of them as these faint things, you see next to Sister Mercy for a split second, Rawlings' face. Kind of almost like as if like there's like a crossfade and you just see him like looking. And over Mikey, you see this purple-haired vampire, and he's thinking of her as well. Kind of just this like as they're imagining these things. And Igneous, as this happens, I need you to make a morality saving throw.
That's an 11.
An 11? Okay, so you have failed. So though you cannot sing, you just start like you just dancing there with them. And Hattie, you're now seeing an image of this brick-born woman kind of looking at Igneous and like laughing and kind of like it's like almost like there's a freeze frame of all three of those faces over.
Yeah, I told them they were all compromised.
Yes, and you hear, and they're all singing, but Sister Mercy and Mikey are singing so good. They get to this they get to every now and then I get a little bit terrified, and then I see the look in your eyes again, booming from the mist, still distant, still not present. Here
we go.
Turn around, bright eyes.
Every now and then I fall apart.
Turn around, bright eyes.
Every now and then I fall apart. And I need you now tonight.
Now at
and
this
I
point,
need you more than ever.
At this point,
we're not a singing channel, just by the way.
As they're doing this, Hattie, yes, if you want to do something, you can. However, Hattie, I actually need I need this will be a flat thing. Actually, no, Sister Mercy and Mikey, because of the performance thing, can you both just roll a d20 for me?
Yes, did it, baby! 13, let's go! We're out here!
Did you really? Okay, so you rolled a 13. Sister Mercy, what did you roll?
7.
Okay, Hattie, can you please? Hattie, can you just roll any d20 for me?
Any d20. Okay,
any
just
d20.
roll a d20.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell me what it's for. Just
No.
15.
15. Okay. So first things first. Mikey, I need you to roll me your d13.
Oh, baby. Where's that? Let's go.
No.
This is such a fucking freebie, you guys.
That's a 1.
A 1?
Yeah. Well, that was for the horror surge, right?
That is a horror surge. There is no horror surge. Please roll it again.
Shit.
10. Is that rocket base again?
Is it?
Do you need me to re-roll?
What?
No. Okay.
True, Sophia.
Something slightly.
This guy must have waited or something.
No. So based on this, it's going to be something slightly different. As you two begin the chorus, the rain begins falling even harder. As you're singing, I need you now tonight, and I need you more than ever. Both of you are suddenly spotlit by a beam of light shining down. It looks like a stage show. Hattie, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Then you look up and you see that thing pulsing overhead. There's this beam of light shining down in the area of them. But that's not all that happens. Hattie, you also hear drums and guitars and the flapping of stone wings.
Oh, three-way.
As 5 gargoyles, much like the things you sit on atop buildings, fly from the direction of the mists and the rains, playing their playing instruments in perfect harmony with these two playing. And Sister Mercy and Mikey, you were just both emoting like crazy. I also did not technically do this. Sorry. This is an interesting one, guys. Okay.
Let me know when the post-chorus comes up, because that one I know the melody too.
Understood. So, the two of you.
It's too
So basically, as this dreadstorm is happening, this is a dreadstorm unlike any other, and we're gonna have to cut to that interior of that spaceship in a second here. Although, well, you'll see what happens when we do so. This performance is everything the Stone Man ever wants. The full emotions on display by the two of you
This is so bad.
are completely like Igneous, you're just completely in it, and in fact, this gargoyle, this monstrous stone creature, flies next to you and tosses you something. And no roll required to catch it, but there's a tambourine in your hand. And you are just playing that along, maybe in tempo.
Can I try to whip the tambourine out of his hand?
Sure. Make an attack roll.
I do not like what is happening here. I do not trust it. Alright, what is it?
This is just rocking out.
17.
With the 17, Igneous, what is your armor class?
It's a 15, but could this be considered a shield because I have this thing?
Well, no, I was adding a number to it based on the smallness of the target. And yes, Hattie, you have actually, unfortunately, he's just swinging it so randomly, you try to whip it and it's just out of the way. At this point, they keep singing about, and if you'll only hold me tight, we'll be holding on forever. And these gargoyles are just hitting these power chords, and it's amazing. Because we'll only be making it right, because we'll never be wrong. Together we can take it
to the end of the line. Your love is like a shadow on me all the time.
The gargoyles all scream, all of the time.
I don't know what to do when I'm all in the dark. Living in a box, they can give it us box.
At that point, one of them hits the guitar, and a shower of pyrotechnics fill up all around this area.
I really need you tonight.
Forever's gonna start tonight. Forever's gonna start.
We're gonna pause. I know you know this. We're gonna pause there.
I hope we don't get flagged.
Oh yeah.
You don't have the actual
Since you're singing it, it's it's excerpty style.
Acapella, you're pretty safe.
At
Also,
this point,
not the same song.
At this point, if I can just get Rawlings and get Rawlings and Dahlia back real quick.
Oh, I don't know, but yeah, sorry. Can I get out the real quick?
If you want to, you may. You don't have to. It is your two love. Oh my God, yes, two characters you're in love with.
Am I gonna go back and forth?
Oh my God.
I have
something
back. Although
something
this is not accurate anymore.
That is true. She's now a chrome robot, but we'll get to that in a second.
Do Metropolis.
Yeah, I have some.
Do Metropolis. That's perfect. Oh,
that's what I was imagining her as.
So as Dahlia, so yes, as we cut back aboard the ship, Dahlia and Rawlings are there. Rawlings is now wearing a sort of space suit, kind of like various different sort of colors with these cool fins on the side. He is wearing a jetpack as well. There's a bubble helmet that belongs to this suit that's over there, but it's not currently on him. Meanwhile, Dahlia is now this kind of chrome-plated robot version of herself. You're both watching this performance. Rawlings, however, as she sings, as this woman below sings, I really need you tonight. Forever's going to start tonight. You watch a Sister Mercy, who you've heard sing before, but this is a different kind of music and something strange. You see her, like, looking up into the light, and whatever camera device you guys have, putting it on the view screen, she found that, and she's looking you in the eyes. And I need you to roll as Rawlings, if you have it. Please make an insight roll for me.
Hydro, yes. 12.
A 12. You don't think she's actually singing to you. You think it's just a weird, eerie moment where it looks like it.
It's a simple coincidence. It's delightful.
Now, there's an interesting thing going on here, which is that Dahlia and Rawlings really know a lot of stuff right now. So I simply want both of them to make Arcana rolls.
Find Dahlia's sheet. Hold on.
What is happening?
9. I have a +7 and I rolled a 2.
Understood.
Dahlia, where's your sheet?
The music is kind of just moving you too much. You're not thinking straight.
Arcana?
Arcana for Dahlia, please, yes.
17.
But roll a d13, please. Yay.
No!
Yes.
When it rains, it pours, y'all.
Word of God. I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. 9.
Okay, all good. No. I will also tell you that was 13. That was the first 13 in our 10th set of natural 13s in this game.
Can't wait for our 13th Reds.
When 13 13s happen, there's going to be a thing.
Oh, God.
Dahlia, as
Yes.
you sort of, with a 17, I think that you knowing everything you know, recognizing that you were pulled here from a dreadstorm, you already see a thing weakening. I think you will indicate that this vessel is in danger. You guys probably need to get out of here, rather than like the ship could get pulled down theoretically by what's happening right now.
Who am I? I'm telling the
Aliens.
aliens.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I think we need to be very careful and get out of here. I think the ship's dangerously in danger. Oh God, speech is hard again now that I have sort of speech.
Don't worry, you sound fantastic. Your charisma remains unblemished. If you think it is wise to leave, we shall attempt to do so at once. We continue to be pulled into this place. It is entirely improbable that we've come here 3 times within 12 hours. Something is happening. And it kind of just gives a command to try a thing. Go ahead, Dahlia.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think it's structural integrity. Does that make sense?
So they're going to attempt to pull the ship away. We are not going to even roll a ship coming in and changing things because this vessel is trying to get the hell out of here. They know what's going on and they want to protect their knowledge rather than fucking crashing here and getting trapped. However, I would like Sister Mercy and Mikey to make one more performance check for me.
Ooh, I'm rolling good. 18 plus 7.
25.
25.
And 21.
21. All right. That's very, and Mike, yeah, okay, so in that case, Igneous, go ahead and throw one on too. I'm not going to penalize them if yours is low, but.
An 8.
An 8?
You know.
Okay. If Sister Mercy and Mikey want to sing the next lines, they can. If you want to get to the Once Upon a, you're welcome to do it.
Once upon a time, I was falling in love.
Now
I'm only falling apart. There's nothing I can do. A total eclipse of the heart.
Bum bum bum, ba-dum-bum, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Once
upon a time, there was light in my life.
Now there's only
love in the dark.
Yeah.
Nothing I can say. A total eclipse of the heart.
At this point, I need.
Like karaoke, y'all.
Can I slap some sense into them as Hattie?
As Hattie,
just
their performance was really good. If you at this point want to try to run up and stop them,
yeah.
you can. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Hattie. You can move in. If you're just trying to like shake them out of this.
Yeah, like shake them out of this.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll an attack with your whip. That's fine. You'll try to just whip somebody into something.
Yeah, it's like a light.
Yeah, like a
Back.
cut it out, you two. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a crit fail.
Okay. So in that case, I won't even have to roll the result of this. We'll just say it happened. Hattie, you run over there to do this. You pull back your whip, and you suddenly feel this stony hand grip your wrist and pull you back as now one of these musicians is playing a bass and just kind of glares at you, this gargoyle, as you're trying to interfere, and then just like still with your hand attached, continues playing the bass, and your hand's like pinned there as it's just rocking out. Cool. Up on the ship, hey, Rawlings. I need my man Rawlings to please make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Well, one, that's a natural 13.
Dan?
I'm gonna. No, we need a camera on your thing.
I
I don't
haven't.
believe you.
He did.
Fine.
Of course it happened. It's great.
Come on. You know what? Oh god. Man down. Webcam down. All right.
See, your distrust made his camera fall. That's not nice.
Well,
All right. D13. 12. We were close there, baby. And then that brings me to a 15 overall for the wisdom saving throw.
15 overall. Well, unfortunately, she rolled a 25. So Rawlings, and now Sister Mercy is staring up, like it's like the overhead spinning cam through the thing. Sister Mercy is staring up, singing directly to you, and you know it. And somehow, she sees you through the ship, and she knows you're there. Sister Mercy, you feel him. He's in that ship. He was taken away, and right now he's looking back at you, and he is overwhelmed by the performance. I'm not even necessarily saying he's like fully charmed, but he's overwhelmed enough.
and I'm still like obsessed, right?
Oh, you're still obsessed. Okay. That, Rawling.
What does it say? Can I yell like, can we take her now? Can we bring while we're leaving? Can we get her in the ship?
Dahlia, what do you think about that? And based on your previous roll, that sounds really risky.
I don't think that's wise. We've been testing the bounds of reality. How do I know these words? Too much, and bringing her on might cause a catastrophic failure. We can't. I'm sorry. I know what it's like to be separated from the one you love.
Rawlings, you can tell the aliens are listening. You can feel the ship is already going back. However, you're here on the bridge. You have a jetpack on. There is an exit port.
So you said I'm not charmed? So here's the thing, because so Rawlings has the Book of 13 on this ship.
Yeah, he does.
That's his entire life's thing. And if he's not like charmed and compelled, I don't think that he would go. Like
then,
yeah.
You absolutely don't have to.
I think if the Book of 13 weren't on this ship, like
he might fly back.
Yeah.
Very well. You feel this compulsion. You want to go. You need to go, but there ain't no way you're ever gonna go. But don't be sad, because 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I just did that. That was for really deep people. Okay, there we go. So Rawlings, you still have your free will. Dahlia's words sort of land with you, and though you're looking at your helmet on the thing, Sister Mercy, you feel him pulling away. You see the ship rising back up into the rain. And at this point, you guys, as the instrumental interlude has been going on here, you guys continue singing about every now and then I know you'll never be the boy you always wanted to be. Fitting words, sort of. Every now and then I know you'll always be the only boy who wanted me the way that I am. Every now and then I know there's no one in the universe as magical and wondrous as you. Every now and then I know there's nothing any better. There's nothing that I wouldn't do. I need Sister Mercy and Mikey. Sister Mercy, as the rage of what you're feeling continues, one last performance roll from both of you.
That was good. That's a... Sorry, back here. 12.
Sorry, I know you're...
19! 26! This dice used to fuck me over, but now
You've rolled
it's not.
you rolled a 20, an 18, and a 19 on these?
Yes.
All right, well, with the 26, so Mikey's kind of flagging, and Mikey, you've like sung your heart out, and you're like following it out. She's sort of singing alone, like, you know, you're kind of letting her solo this, but she's screaming up. Every now and then I know there's no one in the universe as magical and wondrous as you. Every now and then I know there's nothing any better. There's nothing that I just, and at this point, her glove explodes, wouldn't, and a massive hand of mist begins shooting up, wouldn't do. And as she begins screaming, every now and then I fall apart. Sister Mercy, please make a spell attack roll. If you'd like to, you can enter a fervor here as a bonus action for free.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So in that case, your spell attack roll does go up by your bonus. So that's...
I'm using a different die.
Okay.
A 1.
Natural 1.
Yeah.
Natural 1. You try to grab hold of this. However, Dahlia, back on the ship, has kind of told them, and one of the aliens has a thing sort of ready to go. Rawlings, you see her summoning the mist itself to try to get you to stay. I need you to actually make another wisdom saving throw.
Throw himself out of his seat.
That's a I have to keep on looking at the wrong sheet. That's a
I know.
19 overall.
I will say with a 19, you are still in control of your actions, but again, you are now even more drawn to kind of chase out of the ship after her. As bad an idea as you know that is,
I'm gonna turn off the view screen.
Baller.
Guys, I'm gonna turn off the view screen. I need to stop.
Understandably, your petty emotions are a weakness.
I'm in a showgirl outfit!
Sister Mercy sings. She tries to pull the ship
Yeah, I'm seeing
back.
more of Sister Mercy than I've ever seen before.
However, at this point,
Have mercy.
Sister Mercy,
He wants to.
the stone man's voice now echoes around. Hattie, you're still being held. You hear him saying, "Turn around, bright eyes." Every now and then I fall apart. Sister Mercy falls to the ground. Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart as she sings the chorus one last time. The rain begins to lessen. The music begins to fade. Those gargoyles head back toward the mist. Sister Mercy, as you sing the post-chorus one last time, very sadly, on the ground.
At a time I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart.
Oh, that was heartbreaking.
There's nothing I can do. A total eclipse of the heart.
The vessel disappears into the sky above. Continue, please. Continue. You gotta do it.
Once upon a time there was a light in my life, but now there's only love in the dark.
The lights are gone.
Nothing
From the
I
ship
can
above.
say. A total eclipse of the heart.
The echoing voice of the stone man a few last times. Turn around, bright eyes. Turn around. And then the last whisper, kind of just barely heard by Harriet. Harriet, you're now completely in control. You've been let go. Things seem to be subsiding here slightly. But you hear the stone man say, "God, that was good."
And I hear this, right? I hear this person say
You
that.
hear that very slightly, yes.
I would like to turn to where that voice is coming
Okay.
from.
Okay.
Who art you?
You hear just the rain continuing to fall.
Can I? Okay. She's like crazy with grief, right?
The mist has now continued. You're now missing a glove. Your tears all over the place. Oh my god, what if she grabbed the ship, you guys?
I would like to cast.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do? Yeah, I think I can do it again. Can I cast Mist Touch to reach out to try to grab the voice that was talking to me?
Yeah, you can mist-touch just off into the distance, sure, kind of towards where the mist is. You do so and you kind of feel that the sort of hand, like, you see her doing it on a much smaller scale than before, reaching out, but finds no purchase.
Come back!
Do I still have a tambourine in my hand?
You are still holding a tambourine, yes, you are.
I'm just looking down at it.
Mikey, Igneous, Sister Mercy, you all feel pretty overwhelmed. Mikey and Igneous, you are especially desperate to finish this job for just Jenny so you can get to the one you truly love and let them know how you feel.
Wait.
Sister Mercy.
Can I sing the post-chorus again?
You can. But what's interesting about this time is, and if you can even make a performance check if you want to, but it's kind of not necessary. What's interesting about this time is Harriet, Mikey, and Igneous. When she was singing, she didn't have her accent. She sounded like Bonnie Tyler, basically. Now when she sings, she's just singing the words in her normal Sister Mercy voice. It's a very fine thing, but like the acoustics here in a forest in the rain are terrible. You can barely hear, like wind is whipping and there's rain. It's just you can't hear her well. But Sister Mercy, you sort of sing this song. If you want to roll a performance, you may, but it's kind of not.
It's fine. The voice is not coming back.
You don't hear the voice anymore. Hattie, what are you doing? You have a maybe little bit of a, not a bruise on your wrist, but certainly like this rough hand held you for a few moments to prevent you from interfering.
Okay, so are the gargoyles still around or have they left?
They're all gone.
They're all gone. Okay, they're gone.
The four of you are just alone in the woods once again.
Okay. I think I'm just going to approach them and go, this is what I was talking about.
I mean, were you talking about really good music earlier?
Could you imagine if you did that in the middle of the house while we're looking? No. You're all a liability.
I mean, sometimes the music just takes a hold of you and you do crazy things. I mean, still got a fucking tambourine.
Hattie, exactly. I want you to roll an integrity roll.
Oh, me or Ignis?
Yeah. Hattie.
I have a question too. Am I still I know it's all in love and like all of that, but I'm still drawn to what just Jenny said, right? Like I still.
Yeah. You guys are double charmed. It's amazing. This is just I can make you do anything.
Or fucked all of you. Integrity. Where's my integrity? Oh no. Voice.
You'll have to make sure you're on the Hattie page because Dahlia won't have this.
That's the problem.
Sorry.
Thank you. Yes, the problem with having multiple characters switching back and forth. I'm like, where is it?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I get it.
Yeah. All right. 10.
A 10. You understand. You're still about to get to make a charisma or a persuasion roll here. I was letting you do an integrity to kind of figure out. So you have a baseline of you're like, I need to appeal to their sense of that they need to do this job they care about. Had you rolled really high in this, I would say your argument could be laced with this. So instead, you won't have advantage, but go ahead, just please make a persuasion roll to express to them why you're not compromised, they are, and thus you should go alone.
Okay. 21.
The 21, I would need all three of you to please make insight checks in response to that, as you think about the wisdom of those words.
4.
11.
16. 19.
19. Sister Mercy, you see more flaws in the argument than the others, but based on how you all were taken over by what just happened, you all do sense the wisdom in what she's saying. And as we leave it there, we're going to cut back aboard the ship. Where we see sort of Dahlia and Sorry, Dahlia. You won't even make any rolls.
I'm gonna leave it.
As we see Dahlia and Rawlings, as we kind of cut back to the ship. Rawlings, as you're sort of like obviously feeling kind of very conflicted about all of this. One of the aliens kind of as Rawlings is just like looking at, I imagine Rawlings just like staring at like the turned off screen. Meanwhile, you guys once again emerge from the purple nebula, kind of back near Rocket. You see Rocket Base 95 in the distance. Dahlia, you sort of see Rawlings there, and the alien sort of comes over and says, "These primitive emotions may be trouble. Rawlings is a valuable asset. It would have been a shame had we had to atomize him."
Yes.
Did you have a sense he wanted to leave this vessel?
Well, yes, but I think something was off. I don't think it will happen again.
It has happened 3 times now. We have been dragged to the same place. Something is amiss.
Yes. Maybe we should run a diagnostic.
Excellent suggestion. They kind of come over to Rawlings. They begin dragging him off back to the ship to run a diagnostic on him.
No, not on him.
They let him go.
On the ship, on whatever's exerting forces on the ship. Yes. Exerting forces on the ship. He's inside the ship. He can't be doing it.
They accept that. 13 times 13. Somebody will point out that the odds of rolling the same number 3 times in a row on these is it's a 1 in 2,197 shot. But as you sort of make that point, they say, "Perhaps you're right. After what we have seen on film 13, perhaps it is time we spoke to our leader. Set a course to return to Rocket Base 95 at once. We will not be caught again." As the flying saucer
Take us to
moves
your
away.
leader.
Take us to your leader. As the flying saucer moves away from Rocket Base. Meaning that it will be some other vessel on patrol that shows up in any subsequent rolls. That's where we'll end tonight's session.
What happened?
I don't know.
Dahlia just saved Rawlings from having his brain extracted.
No, well, Dolly, they probably wouldn't have started his brain. I will say now in a way where I'm not gonna have him try. I'm not gonna force this. I'm gonna dangle it. We'll see what he does. If you'd left that ship, they were death raying you rather than letting what you know fall into any other.
Oh yeah.
They were just gonna like.
Oh wow.
So then Sister Mercy could have seen Rawlings like flying down towards her,
And
then
she
just
would have
being,
just-
and then just being.
Yeah.
Well, that was interesting.
I would love that too.
Oh
What a
yeah, it
weird-
would have been great. But
What a weird thing.
Rawlings did what made sense, and turning off the view screen was a nice moment. Thank you guys so much for jumping into that song. That song was certainly an appropriate one to be singing.
So good.
Very fun. Well, thank you all so much for watching. So we just had our 12th Dreadstorm, and against all probability, our 3rd consecutive Dreadstorm with a crossover from the same domain of Dread.
Another 10th or
That's
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I'm so sorry. That was our 9th.
something like that.
we're now on to our 10th. I don't know why I said the wrong. I completely said the wrong.
Well,
That was our 9th, and we that was our 9th, and we so that is the 3rd consecutive one in which it was Rocket Base 95, which is just
Wait, so it's our
That's
9th dread.
crazy.
So what happens when we have our 13th dreadstorm?
no.
all I'll say is
that's
the fun.
We
but
all
that's
die.
true.
Can't wait
TPK.
to be there.
We're done.
If it works out time-wise, I don't even want to say it.
It could happen.
What if the 13th Dreadstorm is around or on the 52nd game, which is a multiple of 13, and the 1-year anniversary? Guys, sometimes I need things, and that one I actually
When
don't
is
need.
that? When is that game session?
That would be,
In May, by any chance?
I don't.
Or is it sooner than that?
I don't think it's quite in May. I think we started this in June.
Right.
Is May Friday the 13th?
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
Oh,
God.
But
27th of May.
Is our 52nd?
Yeah, if we don't take any breaks.
This game I'm not breaking. If none of you can make it,
Like, for some reason, like I don't know, like for some reason, like there might be like we happen to have to take a week off. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if we do not take any weeks
Yeah.
off. it will
Oh
be
my
just-
god, May is the only Friday the 13th all year?
oh wow.
What?
Well, we'll have to do something especially fun for that. Guys, that was really wild. Stone Man is beginning to insert some influence again in a way that I'm really into. Also,
great.
we really have to go back to Mercher and see what's going on with Sarah Quill and Siobhan and Zane. I can't. It's not there.
Conrad.
Conrad Bourgeois. Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Gotta see what's happening with them.
Love.
There's amazing things. So everybody, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoy what we do, please follow our channel and or subscribe if you're able. Speaking of subs, I think we got
a couple tonight.
Thank you
Shout
so
out
much.
to Crazy Texan, and shout out to Brinninger. Got it right this time. Thanks, y'all. Super appreciate the subs.
That's very appreciated. Thank you so much. Yeah, and if you want to subscribe, you do get a free one if you connect your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You have to renew it every month, which is a weird, dumb thing, but give it to us, give it to somebody, because you got it if you have Amazon Prime. And unfortunately, almost everyone does these days because of, monopolistic
Capitalism.
practices. Also, we have other crazy games. What games? Well, on Sundays, we have Here Be Dragons. The players are dragons. They're also in a demi-plate of Dread. Very different vibe in that game. They're kind of just doing some dungeon crawls. Then on Monday, we have Temple Flight, our superhero game, where currently the ending of Temple Flight last week was everything I want in RPGs, where a character does something wonderful and then the outcome is not what was anticipated, and it's just chef's kiss. Thank you so much,
who
Dan,
did that?
for being
Guess.
you. Dan.
Yes.
So yeah, check out Temple Flight. It was very good. Oh, I got to tell you about that too, Liv. And
Yeah,
then
I know. I need to catch up.
And then on Tuesday we have another session of Gray in the Dark, our noir game, which they're having fun pulling from various noir influences, and we got somebody going pretty Big Lebowski and nearly destroying a car with a shovel, and it wasn't the right person's car. It would anyway. Wonderful stuff going down. So please check out all our channels. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, turn around, bright eyes, and have a dreadful night.